Hi, this is David again, and since the YouTube is working good, so am I. So anyway, I've had a couple of comments here that the general authorities are not paid. God, the Mormons, they're so naive. They're so innocent. They're like children. It's like kicking a puppy when the puppy's down. It's well known that the prophets and the apostles are paid right down to the mission presidents, and the Mormons say, oh, they're wealthy, they don't need money. Well, if they're wealthy, why is Mitt Romney raising money to be a president? So anyway, and then others have said, someday you'll die. I go, it never occurred to me. Since I've revealed things that Mormons do and say, or the things I've observed. So anyway, I've had 2 or 3 funny comments that I'm going to die, and that's not news to me. I've faced that a couple of times. And the other one that said, the Mormon, they don't get any money. No, they don't. They get 6-figure incomes, life insurance, and I'll tell you how I know. Okay, he said, how do you know this? Well, I know it on the computer, for one thing. The internet is very clear on that. But I knew John Hunter. John Hunter and was my scout leader in Ojai, California. Now, this is the son, John Hunter, of Howard W. Hunter. And Howard used to come to our ward, and everyone would bow and say yes. And, you know, he'd come into sacrament meeting, and we just thought that the Lord himself was in there. But John was funny. I like John. He died. He had diabetes, had his leg cut off, and then died 5-7 years ago. But he's a good man. I like John, and he always had a wonderful sense of humor. And when his father, Howard W. Hunter, died, Howard W. Hunter's wife, John Hunter's mother, wouldn't give the credit card back to the church. John was so damn funny. He goes, David, she figures she earned it. I go, she won't give it back? No, I think they're going to have to cancel it. So don't tell me they're not paid. They get credit cards, they get life insurance, they get disability insurance, their grandchildren get to go to BYU, and their children get to go to BYU for free. There's so many perks there. That Monson rides around on the oh, what's their name? The jet, the Lear jet that I can't think of the company that donates it for a tax write-off. And Monson rides around on a Lear jet, and the people in Haiti are begging for money. And he goes, I'm going to the mall and buy a Rolex. I go, hey. Anyway, if you don't think they're paid, that's okay. It doesn't hurt me. If they are paid, it makes you look stupid. I know they're paid. So anyway, I wanted to cover a subject here that came up just in the last hour or two, and that's why I'm jamming this video in. I got a phone call. My mother is in the hospital for the 2nd time in 2 months. Now, she's 85 years old, and she's always been in pretty good health, other than the mastectomy, other than the stents, other than diabetes. She's like me. She's in pretty good shape. Compared to the dead, both of us are doing well. So anyway, I got a call from my brother's wife. Now, she's LDS Mormon, and I know it kills her to have to call an atheist. It just kills her, because she can feel the spirit going through the phone line. So she says, your mom's in the hospital. She's had another heart attack and has pneumonia. And I said, well, that's not good news, is it? She goes, no. And I said, well, what is she going to do? And I've offered Mom to come up here and live with me and my family. We're not LDS, and all the LDS people in the family don't want her up here, because they would have to bend their pride and come into an atheist home that you can feel the spirit. It's going to get you. It's going to deconvert you. And your bishop says you're not allowed to be around those people, even if your mother's dying. Well, that's Mormonism. I have never seen an organization break families up more than the Mormon Church. Now, the Mormons that are watching me are going to say, well, you left the church. You're an apostate. And you just got in trouble and you got excommunicated, and you wanted to drink and smoke and screw everybody. Well, let me tell you the truth. The truth is, I resigned from the Mormon Church under pretty good conditions. I had a temple recommend, and I just read the history, and enough is enough. I said, no, I don't want my name on this group of people. And I wasn't excommunicated. I wasn't about to be excommunicated. I wasn't doing anything to get excommunicated. As far as smoking and drinking, I had a puff on a cigarette 2 or 3 times when I was in high school. That was all I ever smoked. I haven't smoked since. I'm not interested in smoking. It has nothing to do with me being addicted to something and I just can't live the principles. It's not that. And drinking, I've never been a drinker. Never. Never had a drop of alcohol till I was probably, I don't know, 50, something like that. And now I have, you know, a couple of bottles of wine in the house, and every week I'll have a glass of wine, partly for my heart, red wine. So the Mormons that can't believe that someone just looked at the doctrine and looked at, and then one guy said, I never think you had a testimony. Well, you know, there's the judgment of the Mormons. You know, they're going to find some spin or some reason that people have left their group. It can't be because it's not true. That's impossible. So now, here's my dilemma that just came up in the last 2 hours. Mom has been up here several times, and she says, oh, I love your place, and I love your kids, and I'm thinking of maybe moving in with you. And I'm fine. You know, we'd be glad to take care of you and do our duty and be kind, loving people, even if we're atheists. We're not getting Jesus points for this. So she was pretty convinced about wanting to come up, and then she got into the hospital, and the Mormons, like roaches, attacked her and said, listen, you can't go up with David. He is an atheist, and we can't go up there to visit you. Well, I'm going on record right now to say that's a lie. Anybody that wants to come up and visit her is welcome in my home. Go into her bedroom. I'll leave the house for an hour or 2. You can sit on my couch, watch my TV. I don't care what your religion is. See, I'm willing to do that as an atheist. But the Mormons, they won't let me in their house, and they don't want to come to my house because they can't stand that I'm a happy person, that I'm willing to bend and not consider their religion profane, like they consider me profane. And so now Mom is in a dilemma because she's saying, well, I'd like to come up and live with you, but I may have to go to a nursing home because all of my friends will not come up there. Well, that's a good thing because all your friends are Mormon, and I don't want that infection in my house and around my kids. So she's stuck. Here she is, 85 years old. The Mormon Church has torn our family apart, and they're judgmental, they're hateful, they're vengeful, and she's going to have to now suffer a, well, I don't know if it's a suffer, but she's not going to have her freedom like she would if she was living with a family member. So she's probably going to have to go to a nursing home because the Mormon children and the Mormon people around her are going to talk her out of coming up here. Now, that doesn't make me feel bad. That doesn't really make me feel bad because I'm not going to bend. I'm not going to join the Mormon Church so I can go to my mom's funeral. No! I'm not going to join the Mormon Church again to go to my mom's funeral. And I'm not going to make them become atheists to come up here to go to a funeral. But they're going to make me become a Mormon because they're vengeful, hateful, and I'm ostracized and shunned. When a Mormon tells you there's no shunning in the Mormon Church, have them read Brigham Young, who said when a person leaves the church, don't even be around them. Brigham Young started that shunning, and most of the Mormons can't know that. They don't go on the computer. They want to believe what's in their head and what's been told to them. Like all the general authorities are independently wealthy. They're not. They're not. Monson, you know, he was the president of a beneficial life insurance company, which went bankrupt, owned by the Mormon Church. And he was the penis patrol at BYU, putting electrodes on homosexuals, trying to convert them into being heterosexual. He's a multimillionaire? I don't think so. I don't think so. So anyway, I just wanted to be upfront and honest that this religion, if you want to call it that, I call it a cult, destroys families. You live with them, you talk like them, you wear their underwear, you eat their food, you know what to do on Monday nights with family home evening, you know what to do on Sunday, you know what to do on Wednesday night with the young women's and then the Boy Scouts. Oh my God, every moment is planned because they don't want you reading or looking at the internet or talking to people like me. Now why? Why do I have a rash of Mormons now on my website? That never happened before. It's Mitt Romney. Everybody is opening up the Mormon egg, kind of like Jurassic Park egg, and looking inside and going, oh my God, that's a mess. You're right. It is a mess. And the members of the church can't believe the mess that they're associated with. And when members, non-members in the world say, hey, did Joseph Smith marry a couple of 14-year-olds? And they go, well, I don't know. Did Brigham Young kill all those people at Mountain? I know, that's the apostates. That's lies on the internet. They just spin it and spin it like a cult. They're not going to accept any information. And no matter if it's facts and figures, they still will not. They'll say it is bad science, or they'll say it's the work of the devil. Well, I am feeling today with my mom how the church has divided our family. I can't have her come live with me because I'm not a Mormon. I'm proud that I'm not a Mormon. And if she lives somewhere else, then I'm not going to be welcome in her house either because it's Mormonville. So this church divides family. It is hateful. It is vengeful. It is out of this world. And again, if I wasn't on the video telling you my experience, if you listen to the Mormons, they'll say, oh, these things are not true. He's a liar. Well, I'm not a liar. My mom is down there in Utah Valley Hospital, and you know, she's saying a nursing home when she has a perfectly beautiful place up here to come, but she doesn't want to hurt the other members of the family. So it divides families. I have several videos on here that talk about my children who've ostracized me because I'm not of their religion. If we were Catholics or Baptists or Lutheran, these problems would have never come up. I wouldn't even be doing this video. But I feel bad because I'd like the best for my mom. I hate to have her go to a nursing home, but because of the Mormon church, that's where she's going to end up, because their hatred and their vengeance and their desire to convert everybody to their cult. And if you're not believing in their cult, you're dog shit. And they treat you like that. Thanks.